You see the beauty of God and you can't say no. You see the suffering of the world and you can't stop asking why. But how do you say yes and dare to ask why and still call it belief, even as you doubt and sometimes despair over this beautiful life, over this broken world? You deconstruct, then you rebuild. And what is deconstructing and rebuilding again and again but an act of faith? Only in the moment it can feel a lot like a precarious game of Jenga. You pull just one block from the puzzle of your faith, and the whole tower quickly begins to wobble and sway and lean to one side. Take courage. Maybe you see the beauty of God and you can't say no, but you see the suffering of the world and you can't stop asking why. Maybe you believe and doubt and despair and you want to know that even this is faith. But then someone says, shh. We don't say these things. We don't ask those questions. And so maybe you stop asking why. And then you stop saying yes. And maybe then you just stop believing. It's happening for a growing number of people today, only no one wants to talk about it. It's the elephant in the room that pollsters have surveyed and experts have written volumes about and empty pews in so many churches have confirmed, and more people are finally naming. We have a God problem in the modern world. It's not a problem with God as much as it's a problem with what Christianity has made of God, and how Christianity has conceived of God and the claims that many Christians have made about God. Chapter 1 of Life After God is written for the spiritual but not religious, who are living life after a God they can no longer believe in, who come to see that only when we dare to live life without a God we can no longer believe in, can we be free to live life in pursuit of a God we were actually never told about. A God who persuades out of love rather than coerces out of power, who feels what we feel in real time, whose essence is unchanging yet whose experience is ever-changing, and who is way too busy beckoning us toward new possibilities in the unfolding present to confine our futures to some predetermined plan. There's a God in the Bible many of us have never met, a God who is wooing and waiting for us on the other side of life after the only God we've ever known. And sometimes all we need is a changed perception to awaken to a whole new awareness of who this God is and why we are here and where all of this is going. All we have to do is evict that elephant in the room that shames and silences our questions and doubts. The elephant that says, shh. Only then can we keep saying yes to the beauty of God and keep asking our whys to the suffering of the world and keep daring still to call that faith while we keep saying to the elephant, don't shush me.